The big cities. London has more than 11 million visitors every year. They come and visit some of the most famous buildings in England. The Tower of London, St Paul's Cathedral, Westminster Abbey, and the Houses of Parliament. Buckingham Palace is the Queen's London home. When she is staying at the palace, you can see her flag, the royal standard at the front of the building. You can visit some of the rooms in August and September. Visitors like to take photos of the palace and of the soldiers outside. London is full of museums and art galleries, theatres, and clubs. You can see and do lots of things here. Birmingham is England's biggest city after London. In the year 1086, there were just 25 people in Birmingham, but now there are more than 1 million. Hundreds of years ago, people came to Birmingham's big market. Later they came for work. Birmingham was called the workplace of the world. People made everything here, from cars to chocolate. Now it is famous for music, art, and shopping. It is the home of the City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra. You can hear them at Symphony Hall. In Broad Street, where you can listen to rock music from some of the UK's best bands at the Birmingham Academy in Dale End. Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery in Chamberlain Square is one of the best galleries outside of London, with many wonderful paintings. At the Think Tank Museum, you can learn about Birmingham's past, present and future. There is also the National Sea Life Centre and the Birmingham Railway Museum. For shopping, go to the Buring. There are more than 160 shops in this big shopping mall, and you can see Selfridges' amazing building here. There are a lot of good places for food in the city, and many are not expensive. Go to the Chinese Quarter, near New Street Station, for the best Chinese restaurants. Liverpool stands by the River Mersey on the northwest coast of England. It was the home of the Beatles in the 1960s, and many visitors go to the Beatles Story exhibition or take a Beatles tour. But it is also the home of the Grand National, one of England's most famous and important horse races, into famous football clubs, Liverpool and Everton. Albert Dock has shops, restaurants, bars, museums, and art galleries. The first docks in Liverpool opened in 1715. Between 1830 and 1930, 9 million people from all across Europe left Liverpool for a new life in America, Australia, Canada, or New Zealand. The Merseyside Maritime Museum tells the story of those interesting days in Liverpool. There are lots of tours of the city by bus and on foot. You can take a boat across the Mersey for good views of the city and the docks. Another boat takes visitors up and down the River Mersey. The Liverpool Empire is the city's biggest theatre. Or you can go to the Philharmonic Hall in Hope Street and hear the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra. For rock and pop music, go to the Liverpool Academy at the University of Liverpool, or to the Cavern Club, famous because of the Beatles in Matthew Street. Visit Liverpool Cathedral at St James Mount. It is the 5th largest cathedral in the world. Or you can go to Tate Liverpool at Albert Dock. It has one of the best exhibitions of 20th century art outside of London. Manchester has one of the most famous football clubs in the world, Manchester United. It also has Europe's biggest shopping mall, the Trafford Centre. This has 280 shops, lots of cafes and restaurants, and a big cinema. You can drive there or go by bus from the city centre. For small shops and pubs, visit the Northern Quarter. Ifog's Palace has more than 50 interesting shops in one building. King Street and Bridge Street have lots of clothes shops. The city has many interesting museums. At the People's History Museum, at the Pump House in Bridge Street, you can learn about the lives of working people over the last 200 years. The Lorry at Pier 8, Salford Quays, is a wonderful new building with theatres and art galleries and pictures by the Manchester artist L.S. Lowry. Lowry lived here from 1887 to 1976, and he painted the people and places around him, people at work, people in the streets, at football games, places in the city and in the country. Many people love his paintings. The Royal Exchange Theatre is in St. Anne's Square. Here you can see plays by some of today's best and most interesting writers. Or for an evening of laughs, visit the Comedy Store at Deansgate Locks,